vanilla, chocolate. Damn! So those are the cells that you get. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to DM Paints, and in this video we are going to be doing a DIY. So I'm going to be taking you through all of the steps to create your own acrylic pour using neutral colors. Now this means that you can honestly modify it any way you want, so you don't have to be using neutral colors, but I'm going to be focusing a little bit more on like the chocolatey browns and a little bit of those creamy colors. And this is because some of you may know or may not know that I've been working on a coffee collection, hence the little minis in the back. So these two that I'm actually going to be showing you right now are going to be part of that collection if they turn out well. So I'm excited for that, and I'm excited for you to see the process. So I'm going to actually be taking you through everything. So how to mix your colors, how much water to mix it with, how to prep the base of your canvas and blow out your colors. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward, and you don't need a lot. So let's get right into that. So here are some materials you're gonna need. I picked this pack of 4 6x6" canvas from Michaels, and they were actually discounted, so they had a huge 60% off sale, so happy about that, and picked up a ton of stuff. I like the thickness of the sides. I think it looks super nice on the walls. These are the colors that I have laid out for today. So all of my colors are gonna be Liquitex for today. So I have the gold for accent, the burnt umber, the bronze, and an unbleached titanium. So this is kind of like a creamy off-white. So these are the 4 main ones. I might even add a little bit of black in the mix just to make the chocolate a little je ne sais quoi, little darker. Then you are going to need for sure a white base, and I just picked up a bottle of Artist Flow acrylic, pretty inexpensive, and then I'm just gonna fill this up with water so that we can get to mixing our paints with water. You're also gonna need some Dixie cups to be able to mix your paints. So I think this size is perfectly fine because we're gonna be doing a small pour, but if you are gonna be doing anything larger, I would maybe recommend the solo cups or even some reusable bottles if you're gonna be doing acrylic pours quite often. And the last thing you're going to need is your stir sticks, and that's just to stir up your paint. And you really want to make sure that your paint is not clumpy and you get a nice consistent blend of the water and the paint. This also is the last thing. This is a blowtorch. It's to blow out any of your bubbles. I would recommend one if you're getting into acrylic pouring for sure. You don't need one that big, okay? I'm gonna link one in the description below that I used to have. It was way smaller than that. The only reason that I'm using this one is because I can't find another one, and so I have this. Yeah, that's it. Let's get started. Okay, so first things first, before we're even gonna start working on this, I have filled up my cups with some water, and I'm gonna be using this to be able to mix my colors in. So I'm gonna take my Dixie cups, I'm gonna take out 5. I'm just gonna put in a little bit in each one. Oh my God. I don't have exact measurements for this. The rule that I like to go with is kind of like 60-40. So I start with 60-40. I have a little bit more paint than I would water, and then I just test out the consistency. If I want it to be runnier, I add more water. Oh, I love that. Okay, so I'm just gonna be pouring a little bit of water into each one. I don't want to start off with a lot just because then, okay, if it's too much, then I'm gonna have to add more paint, right? And then I might not necessarily even need that much paint, so have a designated popsicle stick per color. And at first it's gonna look really runny, okay? But I assure you that you just need to keep mixing. Probably have a lot more paint sitting at the bottom or just kind of floating around than you think you do. Like all those are chunks, right? So you wanna make sure you really get that. Yeah, I think that looks great. Okay, so just repeat this process with each and every single one of your colors. So I have got my lineup here. Let's get started. So the first thing that you're gonna wanna do is actually prep your base so that my colors go smoothly over the canvas. Now I'm just gonna go in with each of my colors, and you don't have to do it in any particular order. I'm gonna start off with the brown. I'm not gonna add too much of the black because I don't want it to overpower, but I do want to give it an accent. And a little bit of the bronze to kind of match that chocolate tone and give it a warmer feel. And I'm actually just gonna go in and drizzle a tiny bit of white The last step that you want to do is you actually want to take your cup and you're going to go all the way around, surrounding the colors with white, because you're going to want to blow over your colors and then blow your colors outwards. So let's give that a go. So your colors are covered right now. At this point, you want to blow any air bubbles that you see. So I see some right here, so I'm gonna go in. And you just want to hover over your piece and go very quickly. You don't want to stay in one spot for too long. It will burn the paint. The chocolate here is so beautiful, but I'm gonna try and push this out a bit because it feels like it's really overpowering. Actually, I want you guys to see this. This is pour number 1. I absolutely love the colors. This is gonna hold. You can normally tell when the colors and the position is gonna hold, because if it's not running by now, it will dry in that form, in that shape. If you kind of start to notice the paint running or the lines kind of thinning out, that's when you know you've used too much water and you probably want to try again. Okay, painting number 2. Are we ready? I base a very, very, very tiny bit. So this time I'm gonna actually try layering the colors. So I'm gonna be pouring them within one another. I'm gonna surround my piece again. This is it! Adjustable piece right here. This has never failed me, okay? Look at this piece of art. I'm gonna use this on the low speed setting, so you don't wanna blow like crazy, you know? You just wanna chill out when you're using the blow dryer, especially on a small piece like this, but just in general, right? Because you wanna be able to control the amount of airflow. Let's blow over. I'm gonna blow it out lightly from the center, going outwards. I think the other one had more of like the concentrated color in the center, and this one is a lot wispier, right? And there's still a lot of color trapped under the white when it's foggy like that, like you can tell. I'm gonna go in with my blowtorch and see if we can get any color appearing, okay? Damn! So those are the cells that you get when you use the blowtorch. I'm gonna go in with the blowtorch a tiny bit more, but overall I'm really, really happy with the colors. I think this looks like a massive, beautiful coffee spilled on my table explosion, which is really what I want for my collection. So this is amazing. Yes, that. Okay, you think I should call this frothed? What do you think? You know, like when you froth the cream or the milk and then it gets those little bubbles or whatever? I'm so happy. I'm definitely gonna be making some more while I'm here and while I have my supplies out, but I might actually go in and fix the first one and use that blow dryer technique because I'm super happy with how that turned out. Let me know if you like this video and if you'd like to see more acrylic pours, any suggestions for beginner DIYs. I really want to focus on that and be able to bring art to any common household and to have you guys participate in these projects and enjoy it as much as I'm enjoying it. And if you like this video, please do not forget to subscribe. Bye!